Okay. We're getting to see Robin's side this time. Todd's got his win streak on there. He's flexing on us. That's so funny. That can give you an indication of the timeline of when this is being recorded.
Yeah, so I mean, Tord taking a while here. I don't think he's deciding on whether to go first or second. There's no scenario in which Malamar ever chooses to go second.
No, I can't see it. He might be setting up Discord or something like that with Robin. Two good friends that test against each other as well, so...
Yeah. So yeah, definitely choosing to go first. We're gonna see the hands of each player. Giratina, ooh, what a start for Tord, and what a start for Robin. What is this?
Oh, okay then.
Oh, jeez. That is a very big yikes for both players here. That is...
Oh, Robin's an electro power away from game.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. And we see the fantastic top deck for Tord here.
Saved. Blessed.
Oof. Will Robin be as lucky here?
Well, yeah, you've got to hope.
Can you imagine if we had seen a turn 1 quad electro power to finish a game?
That actually happened to one of my friends in a best of 1 cup. They
No
led a baby
way.
Boswell and a Zapdos quad E-powered for win. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Insane. I think they played 1, then lilied for like 4, and then just had the other 3.
That is crazy.
Regardless, we're going to see Forest ditching a Forest. Toward playing 4, so he knows he can still win the Stadium War. He can go ahead and fish out an energy for him.
Yeah, it seems pretty safe. And then, I mean, what's going to be Tord's approach to this matchup if Robin, you would assume, correctly plays around Sky Scorching Light?
Well, all he can do really is try and be as aggressive as possible. At least when you're going first in this matchup, you can stay as close to Robin as possible. You can get a couple Inkays down, try and attack with a Giratina on turn 2, and at that point you're only 1 price deficit behind, and then you're hoping that enough Distortion Doors can claw you back ahead. Maybe Robin has to put down a second Jirachi at some point in the game, because again, similar to how Buzzwole was Azul's only option for tanking, Tina is the sort of tankiest option for Tord. So Robin also blessed. He's got himself a Cynthia draw.
Yeah, so
insane.
We're not gonna get any sort of donk or weird situations. Obviously, Robin's not gonna play the triple electro power here.
Believe. Why
That
not?
would be that would be insane. I mean, even KOing Giratina is probably a bad call.
Absol's a huge pickup for him. This is a big tech card. As much as it's a great tech card for Zapdos Mirrors, it's also huge against Mali. Especially with Tord already putting down a skateboard. And Tord needing to move this Tina to the bench if he wants to attack with it. Tord's immediately able to bounce a Viridian.
Yeah. And top decks the switch, which might give him a KO here, which is pretty nice. Well, the Absol, though. The Absol is the issue. Never mind.
Yeah. He's got things sort of in the wrong order here. He could bench the other Giratina, attach to it with the... He could Forest and attach to it, but he can't like play switch anyway. If you Forest attach to the Lele, you need to switch into it and then still find 2 Malis. So it's a little bit awkward. Absol already putting in work for Robin.
Yeah. I'm glad though. What looked to be like a super awkward game for both players has now like stabilized into a slow start, but we are going to get going here.
Exactly. Yeah. We are going to see Tord. He does commit energy to the Lele. And he's going to switch in Cynthia. Seems like the right move overall. It is still asking a lot from the Cynthia, though. It's a good start. He's got himself... He's actually got it. He's got Mali. He's already got one energy in the discard pile. He can treasure this other energy away. Pretty nice from Tord. And taking the first prize is something that's rare in this matchup for Malamar. But he's going to really benefit from this. He's got himself out of this funk, and he's able to take the first prize. And Robin's, again, he's just limited to this one sprint. That's all his hand takes him. So this is really nice from Tord.
Yeah,
Robin's still feeling the effects.
He needed a very specific combination of cards of the Cynthia, and he managed to find them. So yeah, taking the initiative in this matchup, definitely not common at all.
He'll take it. He'll definitely take it. Especially when he's had to put Lele down. There's still that sort of worry that he's had to put a GX onto the board for him. So at least going ahead can make him rest a little bit easier.
Yeah, compensates for sure. Now I guess he's debating on whether to play the Nest Ball, search for another Inkay perhaps, keep the bench space open. Because of the Distortion Door, I assume he's not going to play it.
Yeah, I got to think he's not going to play it. Doesn't feel like Jirachi's as useful when there's an Absol in play, for now at least. And it might be a nice reaction card if Robin does like gust up a Malamar, for example.
Now, damages the other Giratina. Pretty decent there. Robin missing Zapdos, but he also needs double Electro Power, so it's not looking great.
It's a big sprint for him. There's still the option to get some crazy Stellar Wish plus Guzma shenanigans, and it's actually not far away now. He still needs... Well, I mean, there's no good Guzma targets, actually. So
yeah.
He is far.
Yeah.
He's pretty far.
And we do see that Robin has one Zapdos prize, since the other one is down. So then he's not gonna be able to Ultra Ball for attackers. It's gonna come down to stretchers, which is not great.
Yeah, this looks rough. Tord already getting damage on the Absol and Zebra as well. As long as Robin can't get enough gusts, Tord's gonna just keep throwing Tinas at him.
Yeah.
Make him go through them, because you want to get as many Distortion Doors off as possible. Sometimes you can get the Absol in range. If you're very fortunate, you can get the Zebra in range.
Yeah, and Robin does find 3 very nice switching cards, which is not very good for this particular situation.
Yeah, it's good everywhere. It's obviously a really helpful card that he's going to need to take one of here. Looks like he's eyeing up the Guzma. Maybe he's hedging, and it's a Guzma the other Giratina play.
Yeah, or even a Malamar. Because then you ping them for 10.
Could even be Lele as well, to try and set up for the 2-shot. It's a lot of reasonable options here, to be fair.
Yeah, but all of them feel bad though.
None of it feels great, but they're all reasonable. There's reasons for all of them. The only issue, like the Giratina's effectively the safest because it plays around a skateboard attachment. So it gives Tord the least outs to get out the active, but you also don't want to knock out Giratinas. So Tord won't mind it too much.
Yeah. Now if you're Tord here, I assume you commit Lele?
Does he have to though? Do you really mind this? How weird is a pass?
I mean, it's not the end of the world, definitely. You have the advantage. He does decide to reinforce the Ditto. Yeah, I'm
attached to Lele, or even just attached to the active and pass. It's a really weird play, but putting down more GXs always feels scary.
Yeah, but he is gonna go for it. Key values. I mean, if you're 2 prizes ahead.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, also getting rid of the Zeb Striker feels pretty good for you. And the Absol. There's good things to take here.
Yeah, and like here's the thing, like benching a GX when you only have a 1 price lead is not great, right? But when you have a 2 price lead, then benching a GX is okay, because when they knock it out, they're only catching up, they're not advancing. And since Tord already had a GX in play, there was no difference in having another one, because he does get to go 2 prices ahead. So I think that would be the differential here, the reason to not just pass. Well, that makes sense in my head, at least.
I think it's also combined with, that's what Tor's saying. I think it's combined with the fact that it's exactly on Zebra, which is just like tips it over when Robin has such a short hand.
Yeah, it feels like Robin is having the same underwhelming start that Azul had the last game, and with supporter for a 2nd time in a row.
Oof, that's scary. That's real scary.
And switching cards, so Robin not gonna attack this turn at all, and
he just scoops.
Yeah,
I think it's a smart scoop from Robin. He knows he's very far behind, trailing by a lot. He needed a big swing turn. It's something you'd see in like best of threes in a tournament, where he knows he's so far in deep he can save them both time, and he feels like he doesn't want to sit here and navigate around Tord. He's played with him long enough to know that he's probably not going to throw when he's that far ahead. So I'll just queue up for the next game.
Yep. We are going to have that in just a second. Looking forward to it. Hopefully Robin gets a much stronger start than he just had, and we'll be able to see the dynamic of the matchup.
That was a longer game than both players actually expected when they saw their opening hands.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny that both players were probably expecting to lose quickly.
Yeah. I can imagine them being both on the Skype call, playing it cool, top decking out of it, being like, yeah, this is fine.
So someone in chat is asking, there isn't a timer, so why scoop? Well, true, right? You could play out the next 3 turns and still lose, right? Like it's very reasonable to predict the outcome of a game when it's at that point, right?
I mean, I guess what they're saying is, if there's no timer, why give yourself the 100% loss when there's the X% chance that something wild happens?
I mean, true,
which
but
is fair.
I mean, that's assuming both players just have 24 hours available to get the matchup done, right? As well. Right. So, I don't know. I definitely would have scooped there as well.
I mean, we saw Pedro come back from dire straits.
That's true. That is true.
So there is that argument always there.
Yep.
But
I've definitely had my.
I also respect the human element of it by saying let's get on to the next game.
Yeah, I've definitely. I've definitely had my fair share of wins, especially on ladder, on PTGO, purely because I was stubborn and didn't concede, and then it ended up just pulling out that like 5%, 3% potential that my opponent just allowed me to get there.
Yeah. Robin with another awkward start. He's got a Lily for not a huge amount of cards. Nespal, okay, he's fine. These top decks and these things are good. Tord started with another GX, which really is bad for him. At least he has a good supporter turn 1 though. Robin picking up the Jirachi. He's already got board, he's already got switch, he's got energy. Everything looking a lot better than last game.
Yeah, much better. And that turn and the Dawnwing start also just adds to that for sure. It's like you're feeling after that previous awful game, you're definitely feeling good off of this start.
Robin gonna throw a shrine into the mix. Seeing as I was holding on to 2, it doesn't really make sense to hold on to both. He actually plays 3 in his build as well, so it's a lot of damage that he can rack up on the Dawnwings. I'm going to see him pick out a Cynthia here.
Yeah, and it's all about saving those Electro Powers, right? Any Electro Powers you don't need to use against that GX is really cost effective.
We're never going to see him bench another Jirachi.
Yeah.
So just the Zapdos pass.
And I generally feel like you would normally see a lot of players just bench down that Jirachi and immediately go for that second Stellar Wish because of how good Stellar Wish is, but not necessarily because it's part of like their plan to win the game. It's just into the habit of using Stellar Wish over and over and over.
And literally just YOLO benching that guy is just like almost game losing yourself. I remember in the last time I played Cans, we both started Jirachis and I was going first. So I went Stellar Wish and then retreated and Stellar Wished. Turns out that was the one-off Jirachi in an Ultra Malamar player's deck, so I just scooped straight away. I was like, oh, you're not Mirror. Whoops. Like, it really does feel like you just lose yourself the game immediately when a second Jirachi hits the field in this matchup. Similar to like how Lost March would just never win against Ultra Mali if they drew reasonably. It feels like if you just feed them double Jirachi, it's so easy for Malamar to just always win the game.
Yeah.
No. Tord kicks off with a couple Inks, energy on Tina, pretty much everything you can ask for. Let's find yourself some more ball search options. Oh man, I missed Bagon Day. Damn.
I know. We both did. It'll be fine. I'm sure someone will be kind enough to trade us a shiny Bagon.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, I have better friends than you, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty decent start for Tord here. Prioritizing the Cynthia over the Lily, of course. It's the better supporter card. And do you establish another Inkay here? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really reasonable. Because Zapdos is, like we say, Guzma dot deck so often. You don't want to get caught short on Malamars.
Ooh. Does this Guzma mean Robin's just gonna go pressure Inkay back to back, or pressure Inkay, pressure Malamar? Just will be happy to leave that Dawnwings for the later stages in the game?
Yeah, I definitely see it. I don't see a reason why you wouldn't, especially because it always helps you to deal with these easy prizes. Tord has to redevelop them, usually, so it means that you can save your E-powers even for Giratina turns. But whenever you're getting around a Distortion Door, you're always content with that. So just let the Shrine tick up, get the value, knock out an Inkay, start the trade. It feels pretty good. It's got the double Zapdos, double energy already ready for him. He's holding on to Stretch a Rainbow even for even more potential to burst more attackers out if he has to. So his next like 2 or 3 turns are already like set for him. Tord's going to go ahead and pick out a Ditto. Ditto is a really nice card in Malamar, just to be a 5th basic. Yeah. It's genuinely amazing for the Zapdos matchup in particular.
Yeah.
It's good just to give yourself extra outs in turn 1 and 2, but against Zapdos in particular, it's huge, just so that you can make sure that you can still establish enough Malamar throughout the game.
Which is what you need, right? You need to cycle the Giratinas. You need to get to a point where the Zapdos player whiffs. But if you're not establishing enough energies continually, then you're not going to get to that point.
Yeah. It feels like 2 Malamars minimal. Like you'd want to have 3, especially if there's an Absol on board, so you can like manually retreat an escape boarded thing with an attachment. So like you actually want to have 3 Malamar out most of the time in this matchup if you can help it. So the more the merrier, really. Tord's got Nest Balls. He's got more energy here. Looks like he's whiffing a pivot so far, right? So I don't think he can get an attack in by the looks of things.
Yeah, it seems like Tord's not going to be able to get an attack off here.
Pretty slow from him. He was missing out on a second Mali, basically, off of his Cynthia.
Yeah.
Pretty unfortunate with the amount of ball search he does play.
Yeah, he got a couple of ball search, but not the right ones.
Exactly. Robin definitely gonna start binning those Jirachis. As we say, you can only really limit yourself to 1 ever in this in this matchup, so just bin them off with the Forest.
Yeah.
Bring
I
up
mean,
the turn.
whenever at once, right? Obviously, if it gets knocked out for whatever reason, which is actually a way that Malamar could try to make a comeback, right?
That's true, for sure. But when you've got 2, there's definitely...
Yeah.
It definitely feels like the freebie to get rid of. Yeah. And Robin dealing with the Ditto means that Tord can't insta-stretcher it back, or if he wants to stretcher like 3 targets, he can't get Inkay and Ditto back, so definitely the right target to take, as well as Tord maybe playing random tech cards. You never know. Malamar Muck incoming.
Interesting how Robin didn't replace the stadium.
Yeah, maybe he's valuing that he could still empty cards out of his hand for the next few turns. Maybe towards a Lily. Maybe he's just going to go for a play where he takes even more energy out of his deck for potential Coco Prism Star plays. He may just be trying to help himself against Let Loose as well. He doesn't know that Tord's not playing it just yet. So just having the guaranteed energy there, or just so that he can discard even more cards, is just fine. So I don't hate it.
Yeah, I mean, if Tord didn't have that Dawnwing sitting there, I would say he still had a decent chance at making a comeback, because even though Robin's hand is huge, doesn't seem like he has he has resources to get a KO probably the next 2 turns, but he might fizzle out a little bit after that.
Sure.
But with that 2 prizer just sitting there, it seems really hard to actually make a comeback being 2 prizes behind.
Is there currently 3 damage on the Dawnwings? There's 3, right?
Yeah, it is 30 damage.
Yeah, sure. So I guess you only really need the 1 extra tick to get down to 140. So I think he can just hold it for now. Maybe he's thinking that there might be... Well, I don't know. Tord's got double Tina already established. It feels like we'll see what he wants to do. But it feels like he can just put the Shrine down at any one point and it will be the 1 damage counter that ticks him over.
Yeah. I mean, Robin wouldn't know that Tord doesn't have Let Loose. So that's why, like, the extra tick does matter. Just thinning the card from your hand. Like, if you get Let Loose, you don't want to see the Shrine. That's what I was... That's what I was thinking.
Definitely doesn't want to see more Shrines, unless he takes the double, and then he can feel like he can definitely put 1 down.
Yeah. Now...
I guess he's already holding Cynthia, so...
Yeah. And Tord did have a Stadium in his previous hand, and after his Cynthia, now he doesn't. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Robin, oh my goodness. Wait. No.
He's feeling confident in the advantage that he's built up so far.
What's he digging for, though?
I mean...
What's he digging for? Here. Wait.
Maybe he's confident that...
I am so surprised by this. I guess when there's a GX on Tord's board, you have the license, but...
Yeah.
Man, this feels so weird. His hand is stacked already.
It is, yeah, it is.
Robin's played a couple Guzmas already. He can't get around Distortion Tord too many more times.
I think Robin's just gonna target on the Dawnwings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could, like, by putting down the second Jirachi, it tells you that he's going second Dawnwings here. Well, sorry, yeah, just trying to burst out Dawnwings, but this is crazy.
It is, yeah.
Just stomping on my grave.
I mean, at this point, it's not too clear, right? But that could be the way Tord ends up making the comeback. I could see a situation where
it basically opens up the door. Well, it just says that Robin has to not miss a beat for the rest of the game, basically. Yeah. If he only had 1 Jirachi on board, he had that buffer.
Yeah.
Now he just has no protection. I guess Stellar Wish is its own protection, just having more draw power to get you over the line, which is probably his argument for it. But, like, feels like he can't miss another beat.
Yeah, like, the comeback play for Tord could be to just GX against the Zapdos to bring down the prices. Robin 1 and Tord 1 when he takes those 2. And then it's like, well, it's a what up situation again. It's like, you got it? No? Okay, I got it. Right?
Mm-hmm. Strange though. It feels like it's almost a big no-no to put that down, but Robin feels ahead enough that he can get away with it.
Yeah. 3 price lead for Robin now. So what's Tord's plan here?
I mean, let's be fair, Tord's still in rough shape.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Still in rough shape.
I'm thinking, like, well, how I sometimes approach this matchup is like, sometimes I would purposely put the damage on the Giratina to have them target that instead of Malamars, so I could have more damage counters to spread. Especially if there was an Absol in play, which I could like entice my opponent to get those KOs. With the GX threat, like with the GX target rather, on the field, it doesn't seem as great. But yeah, that's one way I've tried to approach this matchup to try and prevent the game from being just clearly decided.
Out of reach. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just to keep you in reach.
Yeah. Tord goes for the Ultra Growth, man. Not gonna use it this turn.
He's just setting that stall there, making sure he's got it ready for him in hand. He's just going to Shadow Impact. His only route to come back is through Distortion Door, Sky Scorching Light shenanigans. Robin won't put down any GXs, but it does feel that Robin's so far ahead at this point.
Robin is in Nightcap turn as well, which is pretty nice. Means he doesn't have to invest any Electro Powers. Not pressured to find any, not pressured to find Guzma. He can just Nightcap, and with the double Jirachi, just make sure he has access to his win condition next turn, which would be 1 Electro Power. Or Nightcap. Maybe 2. But
it's the Boswell turn, not the Nightcap turn, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at Robin's prizes. Yeah. That's my bad. So never mind what I just said.
I thought you were talking about Boswell. I was just nodding along, thinking you said the wrong one.
Yeah. Oh, well. Maybe Robin is listening to me. He's gonna be confused.
You see him play out his hand. Just trying to thin through, I think, at this point. Debating whether it's worth, if he's going to get any other value from Shrine or just bin these lilies off. Boswell turn it is. Looks of things. Or at least he's giving himself that option. Resistance means he can't knock out the Tina.
So he's gonna be happy with just damaging it. I mean, this is one turn that Robin is gonna fall behind, potentially. Which...
It's really interesting. He commit the energy before Stellar Wish, which is pretty strange. And he's not gonna wish for Guzma. Has he forgotten resistance here? Surely not.
I mean, even without resistance, he doesn't have the knockout.
Yeah, like... This feels so weird.
Oh, is he going for the Coco GX?
Comes with its... I guess it doesn't really come with its risks when he's so far...
Yeah.
So far ahead. No? Yes?
Yeah, it is the Coco GX.
No, yes, no. Sure.
And then he has a follow-up Guzma against the damaged Giratina, so no need for Electro Power, so...
Yeah.
I guess this makes sense.
To be the route.
Galaxy Brain Robin.
Doesn't really make sense to put the Boswell down though. He could have searched out other cards.
Yeah, that's true.
More valuable.
Absol, another Zapdos, a Blitzel.
Anything that's not Boswell.
Oh, not a Blitzel, not a Blitzel.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Even Blitzel, he can. Cause
oh,
he
yeah,
can,
that's
he
right.
Can Aero Trail.
Yeah, I was very confused for a second. He's really debating this.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to fall prey to any random shenanigans that Tord can do. Any trapping, I guess, is the main thing he's worried about at this point.
And Tord is known for his shenanigans.
Throw the rainbow energy over. Keeps the energy on Zapdos. Again, just making sure that there's nothing Tord can do, even if there were a let loose waiting for him. Which we know there isn't, but Robin's not to know. So with a hand, Robin has guaranteed game, basically. Tord not able to do enough distortion doors to make enough of an impact to take 4 prizes. He's so far away from that, it's ridiculous.
So what's Tord's plan here? He definitely has... He can target whomever he wants. But without a way to disrupt Robin's hand?
Yeah, it's just bad news.
Yeah.
Guess it's got to be ultra down, charge to it, and just switch, knock out the Coco GX. I think that's just about the only play we can make.
Yeah, and then hope there's no Guzma.
No gust. Yeah, because then next turn he can do the distortion door win. It's all he can do, but with no hand disruption, we know it's just fairly futile. Actually, more ultras is fine. Doesn't change what he loses to.
Yeah, it's pretty much done and dusted here. There's
just gotta make sure that Robin has it, right? That's the only real thing.
Yeah, of course.
Just gonna use the Giratina this turn to play around Nanu.
To play around Nano into Mach.
Galaxy Brain. That's the level we're talking right now.
Yeah. I mean, if you're assuming there's no Ghost, was there merit to using Guzma onto the Buzzle or the Zapdos and GXing? And then, well, no, because then you need another Guzma. Never mind. It's too costly. It's too difficult.
It just had to be the switch.
Yeah.
This is your 2, then the 2.
Yeah. 4th Guzma. I guess that's what Tord is counting on. It's the last.
It's genuinely
Guzma.
Reasonable. Yeah, it's still reasonable in his like from where he's sitting.
Yeah.
1, maybe 2 Stellar Wishes out of a 20-card deck.
Yeah.
Playing a 20% into a 20% basically.
Pretty
Robin's
much.
just got it.
Yep. No need for Electro Powers. No need for anything fancy. Just straight up knockout.
So moving into another game 3. Nice.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go get some water really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
Alrighty. Oh, pretty strange series so far. There's like, well, game 1 doesn't really count so much because Robin just couldn't really set up. Game 2 was a more reasonable Zapdos game plan. Robin getting ahead enough. Tord was pretty behind by missing a turn 2 attack. If he had that turn 2 attack, the Cynthia, if it had got him an extra ball search, essentially was all he needed. Would have made him close enough to actually claw back that game, but well, it would have denied Robin from putting down that second Jirachi, so like happily. How's Jack doing? Jack's good. I still talk to him like almost every day, over Discord and whatnot. We play auto chess together all the time, but he's mainly doing uni work. Who's won so far? So in this game, Robin and Tord are 1 game apiece.
Alright, I'm back here. So we're about to start, I assume. I hope if I did my editing right. Should be starting here any minute. Any minute. This would be Group B match 3. Let me just double check that it didn't mess this up. Yeah, no. Might have made this break a little bit longer, but we will get there. We will get there. So what time is it for you, Joe? It's like midnight, right?
Yeah, 12:30. Well, 20 past 12. It's fine. I'm pretty much nocturnal. You know that at this point.
Yeah, no, I've seen.
Self-employed life.
Okay, so obviously Tord gonna get to go first. Robin with a not so stellar hand once again.
Did Tord start another GX as well? I think he started Dawnwings again.
Yikes. Didn't he start Dawnwings in the previous years as well at one point? Yeah.
Last game. All of these games have been Clown Fiesta. Insane. Well, Tord at least has a strong hand. The disadvantage of a GX being on board, but the hand is at least going to go places. This is a really nice one. You can get a couple energy in the bin turn 1. You can treasure out a couple basics. He's got a skateboard already. Lily for a big hand. Everything's looking pretty good.
Yeah, not much you can really ask for other than not starting that Pokemon.
Yeah.
Everything else.
Just about it. Does he go Giratina here just to treasure again? I think I like it. Yeah, he does. Cool. Means he can get a clean 8 and get the Viridian attachment on the Tina. All sounds pretty good. Robin with Zapdos start again. Such a feels bad for the deck.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, arguably you do have more non-Jirachis than Jirachis, right? So it's expected to not start with Jirachi.
I think it's like a 40-something% when you play a 4 of. I can't remember. It changes obviously by how many other basics you play, but
so you have to go for Jirachi here, right? Off of the Nesball for
Robin,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then hope for the best. Oh, the Stellar Wish.
I mean, he could just take a guaranteed knockout with Boswell, Beast, Guz, but as we know, that only gets you so far.
Yeah. Bracket will be shown after this game, guys, so that you can see how we are moving along.
Somewhat attachment to the Dawn Wings this time, choosing not to use Distortion Door just yet, valuing the ability's damage more potentially here from Tord, thinking that that's even more important than just getting it on the board early and attaching to it. It means if he gets this triple Inkay down, he can still just go recharge. He's got a counter stadium as well, so he can guarantee Viridian.
Yeah.
So he can just pay retreat out of this Dawn Wings.
Yeah, which seems like a solid plan, right? He did get plenty of energy in the discard already. As long as he finds a Giratina or a way to find Giratina and that third Malamar off of the Lele, which with all the ball cards that this deck plays doesn't seem unreasonable.
He played the Stellar Wish before the stadium. I was certain he would stadium there.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Lily anyway. Poggers. Yeah. Why not, huh? Just go and use the stadium after the Stellar Wish. I dare you. Oh, he still just forgoes it.
Yeah, I guess he really liked that energy as opposed to the ones in the deck.
Oh, here we go.
This could be a big...
He did the one very slowly,
so
which
the
tells
middle,
me that
yeah, the middle ground play.
He's telling me that he doesn't want to do what he's just done too much. He's thinking if the Beast Energy is worth binning here for an extra draw as well.
Yeah, he's committing. I feel like if you commit to Electrobars, just commit the Beast already as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Get that 7th card.
He's doing a bit of a back and forth.
Yeah, he's really debating here.
It's such an ugly hand.
It is, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
No switching card.
No switching card. 2 electro powers gone. That is incredibly rough for Robin.
Gross. That's so gross. So many resources, and even more going into the flames as well now. Oh, dearie me.
That is incredibly sad for Robin. He would have been in a very okay position otherwise.
Oh, that's so ugly. I mean, you got to do it. You got to take that risk. You play 3 switch, 2 rope, 2 board for this situation, and nah, just none of those.
Yeah, the second worst case scenario was finding escape rope, right? Because then your electro powers still go to waste, but at least you get a prize card out of this.
Now nothing. Complete air. Torto, he has double Mally. He has that Tina in the discard pile. He can bounce Stadium as well.
Yeah.
And again, be the first person to take the prize here.
Yeah. Last game, I mean, first game it worked out for Tord. It definitely built up the advantage that led him to winning the game, and it seems like it's, I mean, we don't know yet, but it's definitely going to create a solid lead for Tord, especially with the 2 electro powers down.
And that's the thing, he's a lot less worried about putting these GXs down. Now 2 GXs have just, now 2 electro powers have just been binned.
Yeah.
They're actually just 2-shot targets most of the time now.
Yeah. As long as they're not one-shots, he's completely good to go.
Tord can get a Distortion Door onto a Blitzel. That's at least one target you like putting it on.
Now, did he do that because he's planning on attaching to the Giratina?
Yeah. He's got the double recharge Lily now.
But then you need a switch.
No, he's got...
Oh, no, yeah.
Right?
I'm thinking he needs 3 retreat costs. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's silly of me. I generally thought that Dawnwings had
another
3
Tina.
retreat for a second.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I finished the sentence, I immediately remembered that it had 2.
You can go for another Ultra Ball if he wants to here. Picture Tina and a Nest. It means the Inkay is further out of range. Looks like he's choosing to hold the Ultra Ball for options. I feel like when 2 Electro Powers have already gone, denying your opponent the easy Inkay is a big deal.
Yeah, definitely. He has no easy target for the Kuzma.
He can, well, he's forested away the Tina, but even pitching Nest Ball Psychic seems strong, or even just Psychic, depending on how many he has.
Yeah, though I do like... I know there's a Psychic in the discard, so 5 total out of the 7.
Right.
So I would have definitely preferred to see the Giratina and the Nest Ball being taken care of by the Ultra Ball.
He's going to have a look now. Looks like he's checking out both players' discard piles. We do see the Ultra Ball at this point. Nest Psychic seems pretty pog.
Yep.
It's just so awkward for Robin now. They're all grown up. All of them spending electro powers that he doesn't have many of anymore. Tord's got the complete setup at this point, and dealing with Robin's only Jirachi feels really bad for Robin at this point. At the very least, he has somewhat of a hand. He can evolve in Cynthia.
Being very conservative with that beast energy.
I understand it. I mean, you need the beast energy to push over the top on a Tina. Oh, it's on other stuff, actually. It's not the Tina. Yeah, I don't really know what he's pushing for.
I mean, it is the Tina, though, right? Like in Sledgehammer?
Oh, you're right. It is the Tina. Yeah, it is the Tina he's pushing over. I knew there was some reason.
Yeah, it is the Tina.
Tina's got 40... Well, this Tina's got 40 on it, but it's an eventual Tina.
So what's... I mean, Robin definitely has to sprint here, right? Looking for that 3rd electro power.
Man, it just all looks horrible.
Yeah, losing Kuzma's in the process.
Interesting that he chose to attach the lightning over the rainbow, because if he found like a switching card, he could have had this as a potential future pivot. This way he's like always saying, I'm getting rid of the lightning here.
Yeah.
But I guess finding a pivot for the Jirachi is more important, as he can Stellar Wish now. Rope, it looks like that's the take, but even then it doesn't mean, you know, all these manis are out of range now.
Yeah. Doesn't find the Electro Bar, which was the key card for this turn in particular.
That's really rough. I'm going to see Rope. At the very least, it might trap a Mali for Tord, make life awkward for him. But even then, there's Dawnwings that can just come in if it has to, even just to pay retreat out. I mean, there's no trapping going on here, so all feels pretty dandy for Tord.
Yeah. And Malamar is certainly not trapped thanks to the Dawnwing, so now having the Dawnwings in play is actually beneficial for Tord.
Yeah, it saves him a headache of having to dig for switch.
Yeah.
You can see him kick off for the Erica. He's debating if he wants a stadium first or not. That's the only reason you'd hold off on the Erica. And yeah, he's going to pitch Inkay. Erica just before.
Yep. It's hard to, while editing, it was a bit hard to sync everything perfectly, obviously, because what Robin sees happens at different times on what Tord does. So there's always a bit of out of sync there, as we just saw. And yeah, it's, you keep the pressure with the Giratina, and you're always going to keep getting back the Giratina until maybe you have a chance to.
And I mean, this is the point in the last game where Robin insta-scooped. It was when Tord went 2 prizes ahead.
Yeah.
And it seems he's got himself back into that position. Could be an invasion. Could be a retreat. And yeah, look, Robin's like, should I?
Yeah.
Should I just get out of here now and save us some time? But when it's game 3, let's play to the death.
I'm surprised about that.
Surprised to see no retreat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I mean, that probably encourages the Coco GX. I guess then Tord just responds with Ultra Necrozma. And then with 2 Electro Bars down, that Ultra Necrozma is going to take 3 prizes probably. So, yeah, the price differential is just too big for Robin to catch up at this point.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any great comeback potential. And it's just the resources were burned turn 1. It was just the work towards Lily to get me out of this bad hand. Baiting Coco. I guess it does accelerate your win con towards, so it's fine your end, but see him pitching a Guzma.
Stretcher for Zapdos, most likely.
You've got to think. Well, picking up Nestball now might change things.
Putting back into the deck, perhaps. Because there are 2 Zapdos in the discard pile so far.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's only 1. Thank you for checking, Robin.
I mean, he's just thinking, how do I get out of this?
He's gonna prefer to Cynthia here rather than Sprint.
Oh, I mean, I don't mind it. He has the potential to see like 10 cards, I guess, but
I don't know, I kind of like grabbing the escape board there, so that after your Coco GX goes down, you have the pivot. Yeah,
he's gonna
GX.
Go for the Coco, which is fine. He's so in deep with resources, you can understand his position. But Tord's got a mammoth hand, instant response. is there for him already. And it's basically accelerating the game for both players.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how Robin could, but then, like, if he had 4 electro powers, then maybe, but then probably Tord would not have gone for the...
Robin's genuine win condition may have been keeping the Dawn Wings in play for as long as possible to try and Nihiligo for the GX attack.
As a single Pokemon, yeah?
Yeah. That's like the only hole I can ever see him getting out of at that point, but now that's gone. No more threat on board for that. Maybe that's another reason why Tord kept active. Like, deal with this, and then I'm not worried about Nihiligo. Now, especially because he's not holding Guzma. It's like, now I just need to announce attacks. So...
Robin has found the Choice Band and one of his 2 electro bars left. So, I don't know, 2 pings of Shrine, and he could be back in business. Right? Well, 2 pings and the other electro power, but
it still feels like Tord's 3 attacks away. Robin will be 3 attacks away anyway.
Yeah, and Tord has the initiative here.
Yeah.
Tord getting rid of the excess baggage here.
His deck's already looking pretty thin, and he can thin even more, so just eliminating all possibility of missing stuff, which makes sense. Yeah, denying Nihiligo from Robin is actually pretty cool. Like, denying him the GX attack that you're actually afraid of. That's like the only way that Robin could steal back tempo. And Tord just stops that from being a factor. Just make it literally, I'm ahead, I'll stay ahead. More thinning from Tord.
Yeah,
that's all we can say, really. He's just putting himself even further ahead so that he can't ever get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, Tord's just switching cards away from winning, right? And he can afford to lose the Ultra Necrozma as well. So he should be perfectly okay here.
Recharge him back up to some stuff. Maybe the Lele for pivoting. Maybe just the Giratina, get him rolling. It's all fine. Tord picks up Beast as well.
Just in case he needed an extra oomph.
Yeah. Help him push on a Zapdos if he really has to. With a 2 energy Ultra rather than 3 energy Tina. But right now, there's Mallies everywhere, so it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, Tord's play next turn is definitely going to be to Guzma, take a KO with Giratina, and leave the Ultra powered up, and that way he has knockout with 2 threats. Only needs 1 prize, no matter which one goes down. If even one of them goes down, that's gonna be game over for Robin. And we know this already, all thanks to the hand cam.
Yeah, exactly.
Trademark. I should do like a trademark thing.
I think it's fine to TM it because I know I don't have the patience to edit this the whole time. Sounds like it's been a lot of work, but I'm sure people in chat appreciate it.
It definitely was. Like when I realized how much work it actually was going to be, I was like, oh, there's no backing out now. Yeah.
Jeez.
No, but definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. And it's like, I don't know, I've been doing videos and stuff for over 4 years. No, for a little under 4 years. And I really enjoy the whole design aspect, like graphic design, video editing, all of that. So I took it also like as a big challenge for myself in terms of what I've learned, what I've gone through. Just getting to apply everything that I've learned over the past few years to to this event.
Definitely. It's a good achievement, I've got to say.
Thank you.
Everything looks great.
Yeah, Tord. It's definitely Kuzma here. No reason to go for anything else. I mean, even attach and retreat seems okay.
Yeah, he's got all the options.
Yeah.
I guess the stadium.
Yeah. I guess with less Malamars, you don't want to. Robin just teasing us.
Should I? I probably should. I guess if he sees, like, basically as long as Tord retreats the Lele, he can just concede. Is basically where Robin sat.
Yeah, definitely keeping the Kuzma alive in case, like, Robin wants to stall or something. But yeah, I don't see any way to come back.
Yeah, he's done.
There goes the game. So we do have Tord take on Robin successfully in the winners matchup. We have Tord advancing to the first place of Group B. Therefore, we are going to have a Tord versus Pedro semi-final tomorrow.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And we now have to decide who is going to play against Robin in the ace match. Will it be Azul? Will it be Rukan with his crazy teched out Malamar lists? I mean, the Absol and the Cocos definitely directed at targeting Zapdos decks, right? So we just saw Tord beat Zapdos without any techs, but Robin didn't have the fantastic starts that you would expect. Now we'll see if Rukan's techs pay off, or if Azul's consistency, I guess, and streamlinedness of the deck will be the deciding factor here.
Exactly. Right, I've just got to run to the men's, but then we can get straight into it.
Yep. We'll be here waiting for you eagerly, Joe. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying, you guys and gals are enjoying the stream. Definitely a lot of work has gone into it. Graphics wise, video editing wise, from the players as well, getting the games done, playing them out. Hope you guys have been enjoying so far. I will definitely be looking for feedback after the games and the tournament is over, because I would love to make this a more concurrent thing. Yeah, it's like we have regionals, we have the internationals, we have the big events, but I feel like this is a good way to do something different. Yeah, and this is all for the community. This is all about the event and for your guys' enjoyment. So definitely, not only thanks to Joe for the support and casting, but also to all the players. Yeah, you can follow all of them on Twitter. Their Twitters have been popping up during every match. Definitely give them a follow. A lot of them do stream or make videos, so the more support all of us get from the community, the more encouraged we are to keep doing better and newer things. Yeah. Lost Dragon, no. So it's, I know it looks weird. The format is something that I got feedback from the players that could be changed for next time. It is double elimination up until we decide who makes top 4, and then top 4 is single elimination. Yeah. Definitely gonna contemplate the Fantasy League, this Volga into account, so that players can, or that viewers rather, can make predictions. Joe, if you're back with us.
I'm back.
Perfect. So yeah, we should jump into our next game, the losers bracket, Azul versus Rukan. Let's start in 3, 2, 1.